Hello, this is Michael Robinson. In the next few minutes, I want to tell you about one of the biggest profit opportunities I've seen since the PC in the late 1970s. Take a look at this. This is a product Google is working on. It's a soft contact lens that is actually a wireless glucose monitor for diabetes patients. This is no gimmick. It works by chemically analyzing the glucose content of tears at a rate of 1 reading per second. Then it transmits this information to a patient's smartphone. No more blood monitoring, no more finger pricks. Just a continuous flow of data fed wirelessly to your smartphone and eventually even directly to your doctor. For millions of diabetes patients, this is nothing less than a miracle. If a patient nibbles on a bagel, for example, a tiny ping on the smartphone lets the patient know that his or her blood sugar level has just spiked, allowing for instantaneous adjustments. This is a groundbreaking new device, and it's merely one example. There are literally thousands of devices just like this one currently being deployed, not at some distant time in the future, but right now, today. Wearable technology is creating entire new industries overnight and in a wide range of applications. Medicine, health and fitness, entertainment, military operations, industrial manufacturing. This technology is creating an eye-popping $50 billion in new wealth. One research firm projects the market to surge 29,000% in the next 4 years. Another firm, IDC, estimates that wearable shipments between now and 2018 will generate a 78.4% compound annual growth rate. Now, I understand if you're skeptical, but make no mistake, wearable tech is no mere fad. The data is absolutely clear on this. It's about to unleash $50 billion in wealth into the markets, and faster than any other trend in technological history. And it's a technology that everyone will use in one way or another. It's not just me saying this. Wired magazine said this about the future of wearable technology. A new device revolution is at hand. A wearable revolution that could take shape much faster than the mobile revolution that preceded it. In a new market forecast for investors, Credit Suisse called wearable technology the next big thing. And Investors Business Daily reported it is the most exciting emerging trend in the personal technology market today, which will become a $1 trillion global industry. Now I realize that some people make fun of Google Glass, but dismissing wearable tech because Google Glass is a primitive prototype is like saying cellular phones are only a fad for techies because the earliest ones looked like this. Or because the first tablet PC before Apple invented the iPad looked like this. Now, in this brief presentation, I'm going to do 3 things. First, I'm going to show you the immense size, scale, and speed of the wearable technology revolution and why this event is going to be historic. Then I'll show you why the smartest people in both industry and finance believe it's the single most important technology trend of the entire century. And finally, I'll reveal why a handful of wearable tech investments can very likely triple your net worth within 3 years if you're one of the first to get in. As you'll see, investing in wearable tech today is literally like investing in Microsoft in the 1980s, when a $2,100 investment could have grown into $750,000 today. That's a 35,614% return on your money. Or like investing in Apple just 10 years ago, when a modest $6,560 investment in early 2003 would have grown into $529,000 today. That's a 7,964% total return, or an average annual return of 55% a year. Enough to turn every $100,000 portfolio into nearly $8 million in just 10 years. That's why I urge you to listen to this presentation all the way to the end. I'm going to tell you how you can get a complete dossier on the wearable tech revolution absolutely free. And I'm also going to tell you about one little known company that's at the very center of the entire wearable technology industry, as crucial to the development of this technology as Intel was to the development of the personal computer. So let's get started. Wearable technology will help monitor, treat, and even prevent many stubborn diseases. Make no mistake, for the next couple of years, the most dramatic and widespread application of wearable technology will be in the world of medicine. That's because two technological innovations have occurred simultaneously. First, the development of thousands of types of microsensors, some so small they can barely be seen by the naked eye. And second, the development of micro wireless transmitters that can analyze and transmit data via the internet on an ongoing basis. Put together, microsensors and transmitters are revolutionizing healthcare. ABI Research has projected wearable wireless medical device sales alone will reach more than 100 million devices annually over the next 2 years, and for good reason. They have the potential to completely cure many chronic diseases which continue to plague people all over the world, including high blood pressure and diabetes. In fact, wearable tech is helping blood pressure patients right now. Despite all the firepower modern medicine has thrown at it, high blood pressure still afflicts huge swaths of the U.S. population. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention calls high blood pressure a full-blown epidemic. 1 out of every 3 adults, some 67 million Americans, are afflicted. Another 60 million suffer from what is called prehypertension. The price tag is simply staggering, costing America an estimated $47.5 billion every single year. And the complications of high blood pressure are severe. High blood pressure causes more than 348,000 American deaths a year. That's nearly 1,000 deaths each and every day. Only about half, roughly 47% of people with high blood pressure, have their condition under control. But thanks to wearable technology, everyday people could have a new weapon that could help put a stop to high blood pressure once and for all. It's called continuous monitoring. You just wear a simple device under your clothes. Within this device are newly designed sensors that transmit data on blood pressure levels to your smartphone. An app then gives you instant feedback that helps you keep your blood pressure at optimal levels. The product is available now and has been approved by medical authorities in North America. It costs $79.99 and promises a new life for millions of blood pressure sufferers. When most people think of medical monitoring, they think of big, bulky pieces of equipment like blood pressure cuffs or implanted pacemakers, or they think of expensive blood and diagnostic tests that their doctors order. You visit a laboratory where a technician draws a sample of your blood, or you visit a special clinic where your heart is monitored by large machines such as an echocardiograph. In a few days, sometimes as long as a week, the results are sent to your doctor. It's a cumbersome process that wastes huge amounts of time and money. In fact, it's estimated that Americans spend as much as $50 billion every year on expensive lab tests, and they spend another $4 billion on diagnostic imaging procedures like CAT scans. But thanks to wearable technology, much of that wasted time and money will be a thing of the past. A new generation of nanomedical sensors, some as small as the head of a pin, can do many of the same tests as those bulky machines in hospitals and expensive clinics, yet on a continuous basis. They provide accurate, up-to-the-minute monitoring of key health indicators. So, now doctors can stay fully informed about your condition. And there's another problem being solved by wearable technology. Old-fashioned diagnostic tests often don't give your doctor all the information he or she needs. That's because they only reveal what your condition was at the moment the test was conducted, not what it was a week or a month later. This can have negative consequences for serious health conditions like heart disease or strokes. But wearable technology offers a solution. tiny medical sensors that contain powerful microcomputers and transmitters capable of sending vast amounts of information over the internet. The information gets relayed to your smartphone for instant notifications, and then gets passed on to your healthcare providers for remote monitoring as well. That means your doctor can monitor your glucose levels or watch what your heart is doing day to day, even minute by minute. This flood of data can help doctors identify hidden diseases years in advance. Think about it. You and your doctor can intervene before any physical symptoms develop. A dramatic spike in your blood glucose levels or a pattern of increases in your blood pressure can be noted before they cause any serious harm. In other words, wearable technology can stop chronic disease before it causes harm. The continuous monitoring can help you keep your blood sugar and blood pressure at optimal levels before damage is caused to your blood vessels and vital organs. And a wearable technology sensor placed under or on the skin can track a whole host of indicators for other serious conditions, including heart disease. Alerts from sensors are transmitted to your smartphone, letting you know instantly that you need to take action, in some instances to save your life. And your phone can send this same alert to your doctor as well. That means you have a built-in early warning system, warning you days, months, or even years before a problem develops. Wearable tech lets you get help before a disease becomes life-threatening. The advantages of this revolutionary technology for medicine are obvious, but there are huge benefits for investors as well. For example, Americans spend a fortune treating diabetes. According to the American Diabetes Association, the annual cost of treating diagnosed diabetes has risen to $176 billion, with the average patient spending a minimum of $7,900 a year. And the number of Americans with diabetes is projected to increase 63% in the coming decade. So experts expect annual costs to skyrocket to $514 billion. This never-ending tsunami of cash is creating vast fortunes for big pharmaceutical companies and their investors. Just take a look at Merck. With an amazingly large market cap of $172 billion, Merck sells the prescription diabetes drug Januvia for type 2 diabetes. This one drug accounts for 77% of prescriptions written for diabetes patients. Januvia works to lower blood sugar but can have adverse side effects, including kidney problems, sometimes requiring dialysis. Had you bought Merck stock in October 2005, just before Januvia was released, you could have seen the value of your investment increase 128.5% in 2 years. Of course, the world's leading provider of diabetes drugs is Denmark-based Novo Nordisk. Their market cap is $126 billion. Novo Nordisk launched its fast-acting mealtime insulin NovoLog in 2001. Since that time, Novo Nordisk stock has climbed steadily upwards, from $3.96 a share in January 2004 to $47 a share today. Now then, even though insulin only helps diabetic patients, NovoLog has propelled Novo Nordisk stock up 1,086% over the past decade. That's enough to turn every $10,000 into $108,600. These big pharmaceutical companies have made a fortune just treating diabetes. But remember, these are huge, huge companies. Imagine what $25 billion would do to an average company, one with a market cap of $1 billion or less. And the amazing thing about wearable technology is that it has the potential to detect and treat most diseases and health problems: heart disease, stroke, cancer, even obesity. And one small tech company manufactures the one necessary component used in virtually every piece of wearable technology. This company's products are found in everything from smartphones to tablet PCs, from gaming consoles to industrial robotics. And they are especially abundant in medical applications. That's why I call it the wearable tech opportunity of a lifetime. Amazingly enough, you can own a piece of this company's profits for around $20 a share, but not for long. As the number of units sold from wearable tech skyrocket an estimated 29,000%, I believe this stock is going to climb rapidly. It's already up 123% in just the past 12 months. But here's another reason why it's an outstanding buy right now. New wearable tech devices could prevent heart attacks and strokes. As we speak, Apple is working on its long-anticipated iWatch, which most analysts predict will get released this year. The iWatch will likely do to wearable tech what the iPod did to digital music and the iPad did to tablet PCs. The iWatch will undoubtedly be loaded with sophisticated medical sensors. It's been rumored these microsensors will detect and prevent heart attacks and strokes, saving millions of lives. A few months ago, a team of representatives from Apple met with the Food and Drug Administration to seek approval for mobile medical applications. The plan is that the iWatch will work seamlessly with the next version of the iPhone. The iWatch is said to be equipped with special microsensors and software that can help monitor things like blood glucose levels, your heart rate, and the sound blood makes as it courses through your veins. The iWatch will then theoretically transmit all the data to the iPhone where it could be analyzed. Then, after it sends you an alert, it could pass the data on to your doctor. Soon, wearable tech devices like this will even be able to call 911 or a patient's family when a heart attack or stroke appears imminent. This is nothing short of a revolution. Wearable tech like the iWatch is going to change how medicine is practiced across the board. A cylinder the size of a dime is also about to revolutionize treatment of congestive heart failure. Congestive heart failure, or CHF, is an epidemic currently ravaging people over the age of 40. CHF patients have a damaged or overworked heart that cannot pump blood sufficiently to meet the body's demands. It's a huge and growing problem. 4.8 million people in the U.S. are currently affected. And estimates show 550,000 new cases of CHF are diagnosed each year, accounting for nearly 10% of all hospitalizations. The prognosis is poor. 20% of patients die within 1 year of diagnosis, and 50% die within 5 years. What's worse, treatment options are severely limited by a lack of accurate information. Doctors are forced to rely on external symptoms, observation, and an occasional echocardiogram. But wearable technology is about to change all that. A new medical sensor half an inch long can now be implanted in a patient's heart through a catheter in the leg. It requires no surgery. This tiny wireless and batteryless sensor comes with its own transmitter. It can monitor a patient's heart pressure continuously with 200 samples per second and transmit all the data to an external reader. The reader in turn passes along the information to a patient's doctor by phone or via the internet. This will let doctors tailor their treatments to the precise needs of each individual patient and save countless lives. And make no mistake, the profit potential for a heart disease treatment like this is enormous. Just consider. Hardware International, developer of the ventricular assist devices, or VAD, saw the value of its stock skyrocket 24,891%. Amazingly, in 2009, you could have bought shares of Hardware International for just 37 cents each. Analysts dismissed the company as just a penny stock not worth bothering about. But when the company began trading on the NASDAQ, public anticipation for FDA approval for its line of ventricular assist devices for advanced heart failure ran wild, causing the stock to shoot up to $27 a share overnight, and then continued rising to $94.77 a share by January of 2011. That's a 24,891% gain in just 2 years. Just imagine, had you invested only $10,000 in hardware stock when you first heard about its new VAD technology and the stocks moved to a major exchange, you could have ended up with an extra $2,488,910 in less than 2 years. Is this an exceptional case? Of course, but it's the type of innovation that has proven over and over to deliver the greatest money-making opportunities. That's why I say that wearable technology could be the answer to your retirement dreams. From now on, new wearable technology innovations will just keep coming, like detecting breast cancer without a mammogram. For example, another research team has developed a new type of smart bra. It's laced with a web of ultra-sensitive temperature sensors that can detect early breast cancer tumors before they develop. Skeptics sometimes ask, what article of clothing do people wear every day? The answer, at least for women, is a bra. A bra is big enough that it can be fitted with dozens of advanced microsensors that can detect literally hundreds of health problems. At the moment, scientists are focusing on the deadly plague of breast cancer. The American Cancer Society estimates that there will have been 230,000 new cases of breast cancer diagnosed among women in 2013. And sadly, an estimated 40,000 women will have died in 2013 as well. But soon, a single smart bra could prevent countless deaths by detecting breast cancer in its earliest stages. It can also monitor heart rate and skin conditions, transmitting the data to a consumer's smartphone as well as to her doctor. The bra could even set appointments with doctors. Every workout, in effect, will become a checkup. This will be great news not just for women, but for investors as well. That's because even small breakthroughs in the treatment of breast cancer often result in astonishing profits for early investors. Look at what happened with Celldex Therapeutics. It's a biotech company that's developing several new immunotherapy technologies to treat breast cancer, including an advanced antibody drug that targets a special protein found in breast tumors. In December 2012, Celldex reported the final data from the phase 2 clinical study, and its stock took off like a rocket from $6.50 a share to $31 in February of 2014. That's a 376% gain in just a little over a year. And wearable tech could eliminate literally hundreds of deadly diseases. Researchers believe we are on the verge of a new healthcare revolution, as dramatic as the development of antibiotics in the early 20th century. Countless deadly diseases could be prevented, treated, and in some cases even cured with new wearable technology devices. Heart disease, strokes, gastroesophageal reflux disease, even different types of cancer. They can all be detected well in advance now because of the powerful sensors and software being built into wearable technology devices. As wearable tech devices become increasingly common, they'll virtually eradicate these threats. And one company, what I call the wearable tech opportunity of a lifetime, is currently poised to cash in on all of this. It has developed and patented the technology used in many wearable tech devices as well as in many smartphones and tablets. Many of the breakthroughs I've shared with you in this presentation grow out of or depend on this company's technology. Its sensors are essential for many medical applications, and they are now the leading manufacturer of one crucial type of these small pieces of technology. This company's growth is off the charts. It's seen its revenues explode 7-fold in just 4 years. Their customers include some of the biggest and most sophisticated tech companies on earth: Google, Nintendo, Samsung, LG, and many others. For example, its sensors are an essential part of Google Glass and other wearable tech devices. And they are developing always-on multi-sensors and chipsets that wearable tech needs. The trend now is to develop sensors that can measure more than one metric. Well, this company has pioneered devices that can measure 5, 7, even 9 things at once. It's also innovating always-on technologies that are essential for wearable tech manufacturers. That means wearable tech product developers will have no choice but to come to this one company for its sensors. But the final reason this wearable tech company could soon make you very rich is because the company now has access to thousands of new sensor patents. Patents are the name of the game in the tech world, and this company has access to nearly 1,000 patents. This positions the company to dominate the wearable tech world to an astonishing degree for a simple reason. Every major wearable tech manufacturer will turn to its advanced sensors. Even Apple is rumored to be a possible customer for its much anticipated iWatch. If that happens, then overnight this tiny tech company would be at the very center of the biggest tech revolution since the invention of the iPad. As I mentioned earlier, one market research firm projects the market to surge 29,000% in just 4 years. That means they're expecting the market to grow from 1 million to as much as 300 million units sold, creating an eye-popping $50 billion in new wealth. That's why the company was recently named on Forbes' annual list of America's 25 fastest growing tech companies. Wearable tech will trigger a new industrial revolution. In 10 short years, tens of billions of machines will likely be connected to one another wirelessly. Tens of billions. In just 3 years, we'll have 15 billion connected devices, 3 times more than we have now. That's what Intel is predicting. But others say things are moving even faster. Hans Vestberg, the CEO of Ericsson, the world's largest mobile telecom vendor, says there will be 50 billion connected devices on the planet by the end of this decade. And he's in a position to know. That's not just smartphones, it's also appliances, electronic gadgets, everything healthcare, the smart grid, consumer electronics, business inventory, supply chains, and more. Very soon, everything in our lives will be connected. This is why this paradigm-shifting trend is being called the Internet of Everything. And the way we will manage all of that will be with wearable tech. This is creating entirely new industries that didn't even exist 2 or 3 years ago. And it could trigger a new industrial revolution that will transform the world and create an estimated $50 billion in new wealth. Look at the health and fitness market. Virtually overnight, dozens of new devices have appeared that can help you lose weight. These devices can get you in the best shape of your life and even help you get more sleep, which is why fitness applications for wearable tech are expected to grow 11,150% in just 4 years. While medical applications for wearable tech hold the most promise in the intermediate term, there's no doubt that health and fitness dominates wearable tech at the moment. The fitness industry has embraced the wearable tech trend big time, introducing the popular Fitbit, which analyzes your daily activity and tracks your weight. According to Entrepreneur magazine, shipments of wearable tech fitness bands like the Fitbit have grown 700% in just the past year. Market research firm Canalys predicts that shipments of wearable tech fitness bands alone could grow from just 400,000 in 2013 to 8 million units in 2014. Then it's expected to grow to more than 23 million units by 2015 and over 45 million by 2017. That represents a total growth of 11,150% in just 4 years. I'm talking about an enormous investment opportunity. Take a look at Under Armour, which manufactures a biometric compression shirt for elite athletes. They've seen its stock steadily rise in value for the past 5 straight years, from $3.08 a share in March of 2009 to $47.79 a share today. That's a total return of 1,451.6% in just 5 years. And part of that rise is thanks to, in no small part, Under Armour's biometric innovation. The fitness market alone is gigantic, projected to reach $2.3 billion in 2017. And growth in wearable tech in this market is estimated to be well over 11,000% over the next several years. But more importantly, these devices will soon go way beyond basic fitness. The next wearable tech devices and always-on gadgets will track and analyze not just your body, but your mood, your diet, your spending, just about everything in daily life you can measure. The goal is not just fitness optimization, but personal transformation. For example, disabled people increasingly rely on these devices to augment how they see and experience the world. A new generation of high-tech glasses will help the legally blind navigate streets and even let them read signs and books. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. Wearable tech for health and fitness is helping people lose weight, itself a $20 billion market, even when diets don't work. Calorie monitoring apps tied to heart rate monitors can help people lose as much as 1 to 2 pounds more than traditional means. A recent randomized study found that continuous self-monitoring from wearable technology with real-time feedback may be particularly useful to enhance lifestyle changes that promote weight loss in sedentary, overweight, or obese adults. In short, people can lose a significant amount of weight using wearable tech. But of course, the enhancements from wearable tech will go far beyond mere weight loss. Scientists have developed a headband called Synapse that can be fitted into a baseball cap and that restores hearing for the near deaf. It could also give ordinary people enhanced hearing. It's currently available and costs only $150. And newly designed head impact sensors are being outfitted in football and hockey helmets to warn players of possible concussion while protecting them from serious brain injuries. 14 top college football teams, including Arkansas, Florida State, Nebraska, Tennessee, Miami, and Texas, will be trying out these new helmets this year. Scientists are working on similar devices, including technology known as neuroprosthetics, that when fully developed could deliver near-perfect memory, hyper-normal focus, and perhaps even enhanced vision. And the FDA has already approved a new retinal implant made by the company Second Sight for restoring vision. Yet as big as the fitness and health transformation markets are for wearable tech, they are only a tiny part of the whole picture. Our police and military forces are taking wearable tech to a whole new level. It's an enormous market with millions of police officers around the world, including 780,000 in the U.S. and more than 21 million military personnel worldwide. And that's not counting millions of additional private security personnel. Police departments across the country are already outfitting their officers with wearable video recording devices and other high-tech devices, what Motorola calls the connected law enforcement officer. Sensors are a critical part of it all, but the biggest applications being deployed for both police and military are specially designed high-tech glasses, similar to Google Glass, that feature built-in digital feeds, scans, and so on. At the moment, Google Glass only performs rudimentary tasks, such as sending text messages, taking photos, and receiving social media alerts. But the glass technology being used by the military and police is far more advanced, and it is quickly becoming critical to their operations, especially in the military. You see, the modern battlefield is known as a system of systems. You've got night vision devices, onboard computers, surveillance apparatus, satellite communications, software, tactical radios, all being used by troops to monitor enemy activity and threats. Wearable technology integrates them all into one super system that allows them to communicate with each other in real time. And make no mistake, it's happening right now. For example, wearable tech pioneer Recon has invented special alpine goggles that provide soldiers with GPS data as well as real-time feedback including speed, latitude, longitude, altitude, vertical distance traveled, total distance traveled, chrono stopwatch mode, a run counter, temperature, and time. Similar applications are being tested for soldiers with built-in rangefinders, zoom capabilities, biosensors to monitor heart rate and stress levels, and more. And there's another sector seeing an explosion in wearables. The market for wireless wearable devices in industrial applications is forecast to grow at a compound annual growth rate of 18% from 2011 to 2015. What business and industrial users want is improved productivity, and wearable tech can deliver that in spades. For example, Fujitsu recently announced that it's developing a glove-like device equipped with an NFC tag reader perfect for warehouse inventory control. And fire departments could be updated as well thanks to Golden Eye headsets manufactured by the Kopin Corporation. These amazing headsets are designed so users can carry out common computer functions while keeping their hands free. The headset incorporates advanced 9-axis motion sensors and a voice-activated microphone so commands can be carried out with just a slight movement of the head. Firefighters could use headsets like these to find survivors or endangered team members quickly, while also staying in constant contact with their support teams. Industrial hard hats are also being completely reinvented. In just a few years, smart helmets equipped with advanced communications, data retrieval, and sensing capabilities will be as common on construction sites as a hammer, making this the one mega trend you don't want to miss. That's why today I'd like to give you a free comprehensive investing guide to the wearable tech revolution that reveals the one company poised to dominate the wearable tech ecosystem and help you cash in on an estimated $50 billion of new wealth. I've researched this industry backwards and forwards, and I've also poured through the industry leaders' history and performance, analyzed the numbers, and reviewed their leadership teams and plans for growth. What's more, I've detailed the results in my brand new investment bulletin, the Wearable Tech Investing Guide, How to Cash In on a $50 Billion Bonanza. This valuable dossier examines the upcoming technologies, revolutionary new devices, locked-in patents, and technical breakthroughs that are in the pipeline and already making early investors fortunes. And it tells you how to play each one for the biggest gains in the next 12 months and beyond, starting with the wearable tech opportunity of a lifetime, the micro-sensor company that is about to dominate the wearable tech market. The Wearable Tech Investing Guide begins with a comprehensive report on the micro-sensor manufacturer I told you about throughout this presentation, and reveals why I believe this single stock could be the answer to your retirement prayers. Put simply, its technology is literally everywhere in the wearable tech industry. The company is flying under the radar but has the potential to be simply huge. Consider this: its optical image stabilization technology is found in most smartphones. They're the reason you can take sharp, crystal clear photos on the fly. That's why this company's customers include some of the biggest and most sophisticated tech companies on earth, from Google and Nintendo to Samsung, LG, and many others. Its sensors are an essential part of Google Glass and found in devices made by Asus, Acer, Motorola, BlackBerry, to name a few. What's more, the company has seen its revenues explode sevenfold in just 4 years, from only $29 million in 2009 to $209 million in 2012. But when you see the kind of breakthroughs this company is working on now and how they will forever alter the tech landscape, you'll quickly understand why this stock could zoom 10 times from where it is now. In your free copy of the Wearable Tech Investing Guide, How to Cash In on a $50 Billion Bonanza, I also describe in detail how wearable tech is transforming the health and fitness market and creating entire new industries that will reshape our world. I also give you plenty of examples of other wearable tech pioneers that have seen the values of their stocks do a moonshot over the last few months and years, such as Hardware International, the ventricular assist device manufacturer that saw the value of its stock skyrocket 24,000% in just 2 years. And I show you how you can get started investing in this amazing opportunity for less than $20 a share, just as the wearable technology revolution takes off and creates an estimated $50 billion in new wealth. And that's only the beginning. The Wearable Tech Investing Guide, How to Cash In on a $50 Billion Bonanza, may be the most comprehensive investing guide ever written on the entire wearable technology market. It's valued at $69, but you can get a copy free. In addition to everything I just mentioned, including the full report on the small company I call the wearable tech opportunity of a lifetime, you'll discover why top venture capital firms are predicting the wearable tech market to explode in growth over the next 5 years. The one wearable tech sector that will see the highest profits in the next 12 to 48 months. Everything you need to know about e-textiles and why they can make you richer than Midas. The wearable tech sector is poised to explode in the next 2 years, and the 3 sectors that will dominate after that. The one thing you simply must do when evaluating a wearable tech stock. Why the wearable tech companies you read about in your daily newspaper may be the worst investments you could make. 5 low-tech industries that will likely take off as a result of the wearable tech boom. the best way to invest in wearable tech stocks for every risk tolerance. I want to rush this investor briefing to you right now, but that's not all. There's so much going on in the wearable tech industry, I couldn't pack it all into just one report. As a result, I've created not one but 4 bonus reports on some of the other huge opportunities appearing in the wearable tech industry. Wearable tech bonus report number 1. The liquid crystal display company set for explosive profits in the coming months. Liquid crystal on silicon, more simply known as LCOS, is a micro-display technology initially developed for projection televisions. These high-tech displays provide high-resolution pictures and can be as thin as a razor. Ultra-thin displays will play a key role in wearable tech devices, including Google Glass. Analysts also expect the LCOS market to take off as a result of a new explosion in virtual reality products, especially next-generation VR helmets and goggles. Even Facebook has recently jumped in. They just spent a whopping $2 billion to buy a small company called Oculus, maker of wearable virtual reality and 3D headsets for gaming. That tells you we are at the cusp of a virtual reality fever, meaning in the next several years, billions more dollars will be spent on this micro-display technology. There are not too many companies in this field, but one small, relatively unknown company has a jump start in the manufacture and marketing of these micro displays. In fact, last year the wearable tech world was rocked when Google suddenly took a 6% stake in this company. In your free copy of the liquid crystal display company set for explosive profits, I'll tell you all about the liquid crystal on silicon market, why it's crucial for the development of many wearable tech products, and why I expect this small company to see explosive profits in the coming months and years. The 2 companies I've already mentioned could triple your net worth alone, but I have even more to tell you about. Wearable tech bonus report number 2, the company that makes computers as small as the head of a pin. That's why I'm so bullish on this next company. It provides ready-to-develop hardware and software that helps manufacturers design essential wearable tech devices like vital sign monitors, glucose meters, and digital stethoscopes, just to name a few. With huge demand for medical devices coming from the developing world, this company's products could be a game changer. This company thrives on new ideas, investing more than $780 million annually on R&D, more than 17% of their total revenue. And they hold over 6,100 patents. In fact, one of their most exciting new creations could soon turn the medical world on its head. It's a tiny digestible computer chip. A patient would swallow this chip so data could be gathered from the depths of the human body. This is one of my must-have wearable tech picks, and it's starting to take off right now. But there's still time to get this stock cheap. You'll learn all the details and how to cash in on the $1.4 billion nano computer phenom. Wearable tech bonus report number 3, the Silicon Valley behemoth that will challenge Google as the driving force of wearable tech. One of the world's largest semiconductor companies is going after wearable tech big time. In fact, it plans to totally dominate the entire industry and has a very good chance of doing so. Its initiative is providing cash grants to developers, entrepreneurs, and designers anxious to make the wearable tech dream a concrete reality. And its micro wireless devices are being developed to allow tiny supercomputers to transmit data from wearable devices to healthcare and other providers. With annual revenues north of $50 billion and net profits of $10 billion a year, this company has the financial heft to take over the wearable tech market if it chooses to do so. It's just one more of the essential investments you'll discover in the Silicon Valley behemoth aiming to corner the market on wearable tech. I'm going to tell you exactly how to play it for maximum gains, step by step. But first, one more exciting opportunity. Wearable Tech bonus report number 4, the company that puts the video in wearable video devices. One small company plays a key role in the wearable video sector. This little gem also provides core video technology for the surveillance and automotive markets. In fact, this company has basically hit a trifecta with all 3 of their core businesses: wearable cameras, surveillance technology, and auto-video displays, experiencing out-of-sight growth in all three at the same time. But here's what gets me most excited. This company has recently partnered with Google on an interactive wearable project that could completely transform how people teach and learn. Sports, fitness, art, engineering, classrooms, colleges. This new wearable tech device will be used in dozens of situations and could dramatically reinvent the way the world gets and retains information. Now, the wearable tech industry is changing almost daily. There are so many exciting new developments, new products, and even new companies, I simply can't pack everything into these valuable reports. That's why I'd like you to accept a risk-free trial of my technology investment bulletin, the Nova X Report. The Nova X Report is a members-only investment research service unlike any other. It reveals staggering new opportunities from all of the biggest technology trends reshaping our world. Not just wearable tech, but also big data, cloud computing, the mobile wave, miracle materials, biotechnology, and of course, the Internet of Everything. The fact is, right now, the entire tech sector is creating more millionaires than at any time in history. That's why I investigate tech opportunities you don't often hear about in the mainstream financial press, and then provide subscribers to the Nova X Report with detailed reports on the best way to invest before the crowd. My goal is to help ordinary people invest like my venture capital clients. You see, the VC crowd isn't looking for double-digit gains. They want to make 6, 10, even 20 times their money. They get in before anyone else for pennies on the dollar and then watch as their investments soar. I aim to help you do the same. Take, for example, what I've recommended to my readers across the board. Most people have never heard of Micron technology, yet it recently created one of the biggest breakthrough technologies of the decade, a supercomputer memory module that will run up to 15 times faster than most of the memory devices on the market today. Subscribers who listened to my recommendation on Micron made a nice 105% gain on our initial stake, and our second block from the same initial stake is up 152%. It's a perfect example of what makes my approach so unique, because we always approach a business opportunity with the mindset of capturing multiple paydays from it. We recommend a play on an initial stake, then as the profits start to soar in, we start extracting windfalls we can apply to other opportunities. Lin TV is another example. We were early to market with that. Lin lets people watch TV anywhere. The younger generation doesn't even watch conventional TV, it's all on their phones or computers. My subscribers could have doubled their initial stake in just a few months, a 103% gain, then closed out their second block for a 75% gain on the same company. We did the same thing with Santaris, a pharmaceutical company that patented treatments for ulcers and type 2 diabetes. I knew it was a hot takeover target, and that's exactly what happened after I recommended it. A 104% winner on the initial stake, and then a 91% winner when we closed the second block. This is what venture capitalists do. They get in early and take their profits. Here's another, Auto Bytel. With the average vehicle in the U.S. 11 years old, buyers have been scrambling for new cars. My VC capitalist mindset told me Auto Bytel was a great way to play this surging market. 107 days after subscribers first got into Auto Bytel, they could have cashed out a 103% winner. Horizon Pharma is another biotech most people never heard of, yet they specialize in generic drugs for arthritis and inflammatory diseases, both huge businesses. Subscribers could have doubled their money with a 100% gain in only 2 months. Then I told readers to jump back into Horizon again to close their second block, and they had the chance at another 50%. I could go on and on. In fact, since late 2012, I've uncovered 42 opportunities across the board for folks to grab double and triple digit winners. Like Bob Crean of St. Louis, Missouri, who wrote to tell me that, "Since joining you, I have tripled my net worth." Alex Cabot of Dallas, Texas was excited to let me know. Thank you for your investing tip, Michael. The day you published this stock, I had a 63% gain in 6 days. This stock has been going up like crazy. I was also able to cash in gains of 85% and 110%. You do have a good eye. Sometimes folks keep me up to speed on how they're doing on specific trades. For instance, I recommended a small biopharmaceutical company that develops synthetic vaccines and immune therapies for certain types of cancer and infectious diseases. Daniel McCarthy of Petaluma, California followed me to this target and he was glad he did. Michael, I made over 250%. This was my best trade ever. However, the Nova X report isn't about winning 1 or 2 trades. It's about transforming your entire portfolio and strengthening your financial security. What Randy Ashton shared with me makes this crystal clear. Michael, I just took a hit of $44,000 in my investment portfolio, so I decided to start following your recommendations. In a nutshell, I'm 5 for 5 so far. Clifford Richardson has done even better. He let me know that he cashed in on 2 of my triple-digit winners. I made approximately $125,000 for the year. I just want to share one more letter with you because it is simply inspiring. It comes from a man named Ryan Jarrett of Columbus, Ohio. Michael, I have a wife and 2 kids. You have helped my young family recover from the 2008 crisis where we lost everything, including our home. Thanks to you, I have been able to rebuild my nest egg. In short, the Nova X report gives you everything you need to potentially make windfall profits on special situations in the hottest tech sectors. And I reveal why I believe these markets are going to be the answer to your retirement prayers. As I said earlier, there is at least $50 billion in new wealth that will be generated in the next 3 to 5 years from wearable tech alone. According to Deloitte, the wearable tech market will grow from 10 million units this year to 100 million by 2020, with a total market of some $30 to $50 billion. Some estimates are even bigger, projecting 300 million units by 2020. That's why in your free copy of the Wearable Tech Investing Guide, How to Cash In on a $50 billion Bonanza, and in your 4 bonus investment reports, and in every issue of the Nova X report, I'm going to give you recommendations for trades that will help you supercharge your portfolio. Some of these are established companies. A few are startups. As wearable technology becomes more and more a part of everyday life, these companies will likely make early bird investors a tremendous amount of money very quickly. And I don't want you to miss out on this. That's why I'm going to send you the Nova X report risk-free today for just $49.50. That's only 13 cents a day. Now, when I serve as a consultant to Silicon Valley venture capital firms, I'm paid a lot of money to advise the VC hotshots on technology and have been for a very long time. As I already mentioned, I've worked with Lee Iacocca and Roger Smith, the CEOs of Chrysler and GM, as they led the robotics revolution that saved the U.S. automotive industry. I've also worked with Dave DeWalt, the former CEO of McAfee, on cybersecurity issues. And we've already talked about the Internet of Everything, the paradigm-shifting trend that is expected to connect billions of devices and reshape the world. Well, I was directly involved in the development of a prototype of the micro-electromechanical device that is making the Internet of Everything a reality. In 2006, that advanced sensors prototype technology was sold for $126 million. And now it's at the forefront of what is about to be a $7 trillion industry. That's why I am frequently asked to give commentary on such media outlets as Fox Business, CNBC, and others, because so many folks want to learn about these incredible breakthroughs. Please don't think I'm telling you this to boast or to brag. I just want to make a point that my VC background allows me to leverage my connections and expertise so I can get everyday folks in on the ground floor of the companies that have developed massively disruptive technologies. This is something that has been cut off from investors on Main Street for far too long. But I'm fighting to change that by helping subscribers to my newsletters make huge profits on tech plays. Now, specific in-depth analysis on the kinds of companies I regularly research can price from $1,000 to $10,000 or more for serious investors, hedge funds, and Wall Street firms. I've seen them day in and day out. Let me tell you, some of them are helpful and some of them are not very good at all. And once you get into the research costs for venture capital specialists, the price skyrockets from there. In fact, my personal fee for consulting is $2,500 per day. So you can see that even a short amount of my time can result in fees of $15,000 to $25,000. Top CEOs don't blink an eye, and for good reason. So when you consider that the regular price of a one-year subscription to the Nova X report is $299, this is an amazing deal. I'm able to do this because I'm so committed to helping people get the money they need to live a better life, and since I'm helping more than one person at a time, I can afford to keep the price at a bare minimum. And yet today, I'm going to make it even easier for you to join in this quest for enormous gains. As you can see here, the special Wearable Tech bonus reports I want to give you have been priced extremely low. All told, it would normally cost you $484 to get everything I'm going to send you today. Again, an incredible deal considering you'll get the special Wearable Tech Investing Guide, how to cash in on a $50 billion bonanza, including the Wearable Tech investment opportunity of a lifetime, a $69 value. Wearable Tech bonus number 1, the liquid crystal display company set for explosive profits, a $29 value. Wearable Tech bonus number 2, how to cash in on the $1.4 billion nano computer phenom, a $29 value. Wearable Tech bonus number 3, the Silicon Valley behemoth trying to corner the market for wearable tech, a $29 value. Wearable Tech bonus number 4, get rich as Midas with his video everywhere stock, a $29 value. Plus a one-year membership to the Nova X report, a $299 value. Altogether, it's a $484 value. But I've come up with a way so you don't have to pay anything near that much. Instead, here's what I propose for you. If you are one of the first people to take me up on this special offer today, you get an instant $250 discount off the regular price of this package. Plus, save $185 in the Wearable Tech bonus reports for a total savings of nearly $435. Literally 90% off the cost of everything. So you'll only pay $49.50. And here's why I'm willing to do this. I want to give you a surefire path to success as a Main Street venture capitalist. And that means you need seed money to invest in these exciting opportunities. That's why I recommend you take that $435 instant savings and use it to purchase at least 10 to 20 shares in the microsensor company. I believe that those 20 shares, which will cost you less than $250, will soon be worth $250 a share. In other words, I think it's possible that you could make at least $10,000 on this one trade alone. If that sounds far-fetched, then consider this. Apple went from $22 a share in 2004, which is what the company I'm telling you about right now sells for, to nearly $591 a share today. This is what happens when you invest in truly transformative technologies and pick the one company at the center of a major technological and lifestyle shift. That's why I'm so confident that this stock, as well as the other wearable tech stocks you'll discover in your 4 bonus reports, will transform your portfolio into a money-making machine. In addition, let me say this. Your trial subscription to the Nova X report is 100% risk-free. You can cancel it at any time for any reason and receive every single penny of your subscription price immediately refunded, even if you just decide you don't like the Nova X report for any reason under the sun. No questions asked. And I'm willing to make a second guarantee that, to my knowledge, has never been offered, just to prove to you how convinced I am that this wearable tech revolution is as big as I say it is and moving as fast as I'm reporting here. If our track record doesn't show the chance to make 3 times your money over the next 12 months, simply call and request a full refund and we'll send it to you, no questions asked. In fact, I'm so convinced that the wearable tech revolution will become an economic powerhouse over the next few years, and that the Nova X approach to investing is the very best way to seize these new opportunities. I'm willing to give this offer an almost crazy, unconditional guarantee of satisfaction. Now let me spell it out for you. Number 1, if you're not amazed to see shipments of wearable tech devices grow at a compound rate of 78% over the next 4 years. Number 2, if you don't see the wearable tech business grow from a small niche market among joggers into a $50 billion mega industry in that time. Number 3, and if you don't watch in amazement as the iWatch and other new wearable tech devices become new cultural phenomena comparable to the iPod and the smartphone. Number 4, and if you invest in the companies we tell you about in the Wearable Tech Investing Guide and companion reports, and our track record doesn't show you a chance to double your wealth within the next 12 months, if all this doesn't come true precisely as we say it will, then simply call our customer service line up to a year from now and get a 100% refund of every penny. So my offer is very simple. You either make a sizable amount of money very, very quickly, or you can get all of the money back you paid for your risk-free trial of the Nova X report. You must be 100% thrilled, period. Naturally, everything you get is yours to keep as our gift, including the Wearable Tech Investing Guide, How to Cash In on a $50 billion Bonanza, which reveals the wearable tech opportunity of a lifetime, plus all 4 of your wearable tech bonus reports and stock picks, and all the special briefings you receive from the Nova X report. That means you have literally nothing to lose and at least $10,000 to gain. Your copy of the Wearable Tech Investing Guide is ready to be sent to you. Just click on the Join Now button below to accept a risk-free test drive of the Nova X report right now. Or, if you prefer to send for your free copy of the Wearable Tech Investing Guide and bonus reports and try out the Nova X report by phone, simply call 800-513-6445 or 443-353-4487 for international callers from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Once again, this is Michael Robinson. Thank you for listening.